Welcome to the show for everyone. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Joyce.
And this morning on the show, well, the Speed Lane is where we talk about things that affect our lives, our communities, we as a people, and, just everything around us. Now, today we are talking about something that affects our health, our safety, and our daily living, and that is sanitation. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? There was a time where sanitation was treated as the collective responsibility. On certain days, movement was restricted. Shops were, maybe closed, and, officials ensured that environments were properly clean. And people did not take it lightly. And, street gutters and, even our homes, everything about sanitation was taken seriously. But today, things seem a little different. Or how do you see it in your area, where you stay, and, just around you in your surrounding? Do you think sanitation is still taken seriously today, or have we actually relaxed? Now, you also can call in to be part of this conversation at any point in time. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? Look around you, look at your surrounding in your area, where you live. The way it used to be back then, that we see people actually coming to check, people actually coming to, inspect if gutters are cleaned, even before markets are opened and all of that. And even you at your personal homes, what are you doing about sanitation? What exactly do you do to make sure that your environment is clean, for our health and our safety and all of that? And like I said, it's not me alone here in the studio. So we are going to talk about it a little first, Wando, before we actually give room for other people to, call in and also tell us how it is, in their own places. So Wando,
Yes.
quickly, can you just tell us, let everyone know what sanitation actually is?
Okay. Well, sanitation is a process of keeping your environment, your surrounding clean from dirt, from infections, disease, by removing waste, trash, garbages surrounding your environment, surrounding your environment, your compound, your surrounding.
Your rooms, everything,
Yes,
it's
yes,
your surrounding.
yes.
Okay, so what do you think, Wando? Is sanitation still taken seriously today? I mean, maybe it could be from your area, just how you view it in general. Like, do you think sanitation is still taken that seriously? I mean, it's possible that it's still there, but
Yes.
how serious it used to be. Do you think it's still like that today?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Sanitation these days is not taken seriously. While growing up, when I was a child, every last Saturday of the month, sometimes not even last Saturday, every Saturday was considered a day for sanitation. When you
Okay.
wake up and you make sure the whole surrounding is clean, everywhere is clean. You clean the gutters, where woos are being packed. You arrange it. You make sure everywhere is clean and sparkling. But these days, it's neglected. Even in our homes, in my own home, I wake up on Saturday. Last Saturday, that was last Saturday of the month, sanitation, and I came out for work. I went to work, and my customer was like, what am I doing here? Today is sanitation. I'm supposed to be cleaning our environment. Everywhere is sparkling. And I came out to work. Why would I be doing that? And he'll go and call the call the health agencies against me, that I'm going against the rule. And I noticed that it's not just me. Even the road and everywhere, it was dry. But I did not see people coming out to clean. Though they obey the rule that just last Saturday of the month and in sanitation. But I did not see the effectiveness. I didn't see people coming out to come and work and clean. Yes, nothing changed like before. Before last Saturday of the month, sanitation, you see people coming out, the clean, everywhere is sparkling clean. But these days, people are reluctant about it. They don't take it as serious as it was before.
Okay, if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I am with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Wandedoo Joyce.
And this morning we are talking about sanitation. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? Look around you, look at your surroundings in your homes. Tell us how it is. Back then it used to, just like she's talking about, some Saturdays where people would, be required to come out and then clean the community, around you, before even shops would be allowed to open. There were officials that were always inspecting and all of that. I don't know, is it just me, or I rarely see that these days, or is it just where I stay? So how is it in your area? How is it like? Is sanitation still taken seriously today? You can also call in now to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. It's sanitation still taken seriously, today, compared to, the way it used to be back then when it comes to surroundings and even at home. Like, do you think people are getting reluctant and just relaxed? How is it in your area? How is it in your environment? What are those sanitation, issues that you look at and you feel like you want to talk about? Call in and share with us. Okay, so Wando, speaking of sanitation issues, like, can you maybe mention some of those issues for us? Because I mean, if we talk about sanitation and then cleanliness and all of that, there have to be some issues that we are tackling, right?
Yes.
So can you maybe mention some of that for us?
Well, some of the issues that comes with not cleaning environment.
Well, we don't like for stats, like, I mean, okay, that's one of the issues you mentioned, actually.
Yes.
Not cleaning environment, but
Yes.
that's like in general. But there are specific things, like, let me mention one. There is this thing where people just start dumping refuse. They'll just pick somewhere, somewhere completely clean, or even in the middle of the road. When I talk about in the middle of the road, some people think that's just exaggeration. But if you go to North Bank, there is some along that Nasme Road, there is somewhere where in the middle of the road people just start dumping refuse like somewhere like that close to going to, and that road is actually leading like to a hospital there. And then somewhere in the middle of the road you just start from people selling oranges and they dump it there. And then the next person comes and dump. According to them, they are trying to like make the road to where there are potholes and all of that. They are trying to make it to be but then that is refuse, right? So being dumped in the road, I think like that's one of the issues though also when it comes to like sanitation. So let's start from there, and mention some of these issues and go on.
Yes. When they okay, let me take it from where you stopped. Some people feel that sanitation doesn't really affect them since it's not coming from their homes. So they feel they can take care of their homes, but they can be dropping refuge anywhere they feel like they want because it does not really affect them. So well, sometimes even some even go to the essence of like defecating in rivers. Any river close to them, they defecate there. So it's making it uncomfortable for others to like the environment is inconducive for others. When you defecate in places that are public, it makes people that are walking close to those places uncomfortable, and even their health becomes triggered. Their health becomes complicated. It's not healthy for living.
Okay, if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Joyce.
And this morning we are talking about sanitation. So, do you think that sanitation, is it still taken seriously today? Look around you in your area, the way it used to be back then, the way people used to come together and then clean, even when it comes to like bushes, gutters, and, outside their house, and also in your personal homes. Do you think sanitation is still taken seriously today? You also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? Look around you and tell us what you see. What are those issues that you actually see out there? Hello? Okay, it's really quiet over there, but make sure you reposition and then try to call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? Tell us how it is where you live. Tell us how it is in your homes. Like, what do you do about sanitation? How do you ensure that you're in a clean and safe environment, and all of that? Now, another issue that I would like to mention about this sanitation is like there are two different types of people. When I talk about sanitation, I always mention these two different types of people. Some people are the ones that are clean at home.
Yes.
And then outside
they are different. Yes.
Like outside, anywhere outside.
Yes.
And that is that brings to that problem of littering. Like anywhere outside, they can throw anything. If it's in their house, they know, no, this one is not where I can be dumping all of those, all of those things. But then when they go outside, everywhere becomes
their waste.
Everyone becomes, dustbin. They just throw things out and then just act like it's normal. And then the other type of people is people who will pretend outside, like they are cleaning and they are so clean and they are ensuring that the environment is clean and all of that, and maybe clean outside their gates and and then inside
there are dirty,
maybe
not clean cobwebs.
Maybe they are even stacked up wood somewhere. And one funny thing about this whole stacking up woods or some items that are not in use, people just keep them into one place, and then you don't even know what is hiding there. Even if a lion is hiding in that place, you don't know until you actually check. And that reminds me, recently there has been this issue of, I don't know if you came across, people have been talking about snakes and all of that. Someone was bitten by a snake leading to her demise. And so it's more like you have to check these things. You don't know what is hiding somewhere.
Yes.
And then people just stack up some things or items that they are not using, you know, things that they're not using, and then leave them in one place.
Yes.
And just say, and maybe that is the store. If it's store, you don't clean your store or wherever you're storing whatever it is. You are not going to check, and they just leave it there on and on and on.
Yes.
And it just remains there, you know, and all of that. And I was explaining the people who are, you know, clean when it comes to outside,
Yes,
but then
but
inside.
inside,
And now
they
one
don't.
thing you might think, okay, you're cheating people and they don't actually know who you actually, but the day that something happens to, maybe a scorpion comes out of that place that you have not been checking and then stings
Yes.
you, everyone knows what you have been hiding.
Yes.
You know, if you have just joined us, this is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Wandedoo Joyce.
and this morning we are talking about sanitation. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? Look around you, look at your communities, look around, you know, your area, and, you know, even your personal houses. How are you going about sanitation? Are you people really doing everything necessary to actually make sure that your environment is safe and clean? And also back then we used to see, you know, officials who would ensure that on certain days, on certain Saturdays, like people will come out and make sure that their gutters are tidy, environment is clean, and all of that. How do you see these days? Do you still see those people, you know, where you live? Do you still see them, like, you know, saying, well, don't open your shop until everywhere in front of this your shop is clean, and, you know, all of that? Do you still see it? Tell us how it is with sanitation in your area. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? Where you come from, where you live, how do you look at it? Do you think that people are still taking it as serious as it used to be? Hello. Please step away from your radio set or turn down the volume.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Sanitarian Wilfred Nopep.
Okay, welcome to the show,
President.
Sanitarian Wilfred.
President, Association of Environmental Health Practitioners of Nigeria, Benue State Chapter and North Central.
Welcome to the show, sir.
It's a pleasure.
All right, let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I just decided to contribute because you're talking about sanitation.
Okay, let's hear you.
Sanitation encompasses a lot of things. You're asking questions. Do the sanitary officers still go out to inspect our premises? Do they go out to enforce sanitation activities?
Yes.
It's a difficult one.
Mm.
I want to put it to you that quite a long time, the environmental health officers, they are not on ground.
Okay.
They've not been employed. And who are the people to employ the environmental health officers? It is the state government. It is the local government.
Okay.
It is Ministry of Health. It is Primary Healthcare Board and other agencies. But I put it to you, for the past 15, 20 years, nobody has been employed.
Okay.
The enforcement is zero.
Okay.
Before now, on sanitation days, when you go out within the town,
Okay.
you know, places are mounted, roadblocks are mounted to ensure that people stay in their home and do cleanup. And on Fridays, civil servants were directed to ensure that they clean their offices. The enforcement is no longer there.
Okay.
House-to-house inspection, that in those days they go out to enforce sanitation laws to ensure that you have sanitary conveniences, you have kitchen, you have water, you have your way is without it. All those things are gone. The political will is not there.
Okay.
Except when the government decides to take the issue of sanitation very seriously. How do I mean? You are talking about the sealing of drainages. This day, how many landlords, how many of distil our drainages? How many of us even clean our residential premises?
Okay.
Nobody cares. There's this saying that prevention is better than what? Cure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Every day we talk about malaria, we talk about this and that. It would be us. It is left for us to control it. Not just using mosquito net. If you sleep in mosquito net and you come out and you are being bitten by mosquitoes outside, What is the essence of that mosquito net?
Okay.
So I just want to appeal to the government to ensure that he employed enough environmental health officers to carry out the enforcement. That is just it.
Okay.
You know, we Nigerians, we like being forced before we do something. That is just it. Before now, even when you are growing up, you know that these people, they come to, they visit house to house, carrying out inspection, inspection food premises, inspection factories. All this is zero.
Okay.
Today, even when you look at water factory, people operate water factories in their homes.
Okay.
Without meeting the laid down conditions and procedures. The people to enforce, they are not there.
Okay.
The health officers are not employed. If you go to Bensis now, the Bensis issues of environmental in the state. Officers to carry out the jobs.
Okay.
99% that are there are casual staff.
Oh, okay.
You cannot get up to nine permanent staff in that place.
Okay.
So what is happening? Except there is a political will. And the political will is for the government to engage environmental health officers. That is one of the reasons. And again, individually we should adapt their habit. Many of us, we don't even clean our premises. Many of us in our house, we don't even have bedrooms. Many of us don't have even kitchens. Many of us will have wells in our premises without having that fitting covers. These are all challenges.
Okay, so can I ask you a question?
Please do.
Okay, so can people still report, like, if they see anything, maybe not okay, not illegal, when it has to do with, sanitation? Can they still report, to your offices?
Yes, they do. You have the right to report sanitation issues to Environmental Sanitation Authority. There is a unit called Public Health Unit. Public Health Unit is a unit that is vested with the responsibility of carrying out day-to-day inspection of environmental issues in the state and in all the local governments. Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Please, you people should assist us and talk to the government too, right? To ensure that let's go back to our good olden days. You know, most of the time, if we are not forced, we cannot do anything. Let us have enough environmental health officers who will carry out this assignment.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to be part of this show this morning. You're on the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And we just heard from Mr. Wilfred, and that is the right mouth. To me, I feel like that is the exact mouth that we wanted to, hear from today. Because we're talking about not seeing, sanitation, all these officers out there, the way it used to be that they'll actually be inspecting things and making sure that some of these things. And then he mentioned an issue, lack of enough staff to actually make sure, enforce and inspect, that all these things are actually going through. And I think, as he just mentioned it, that is like an appeal to the government. And I'm sure they have our best interest. Our government has our best interest at heart. So that means, okay, this is an appeal, and maybe we should be hearing, something positive soon. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Dr. Wandedoo Tortya.
And this morning we are talking about sanitation. How is sanitation in your area? Is sanitation still taken seriously today? What are you doing? And we, Mr. Wilfred spoke about how since those things are not in place, but then he still profiled, solutions. People can actually do things without being forced, right? Why wait for someone to come and check on you, someone to come and, supervise and all of that before you take it upon yourself that I want to clean my environment, my gutter is, stacked up and, is dirty. And he also mentioned, things like in the house, like we were talking about Wandedoo, when people will just allow certain things, they are exposing yourself to illnesses, exposing yourself to harm, and even concerning that snake storm, I cannot stop talking about it because that was really disheartening to hear. Imagine someone will check, okay, in that case, we're not actually there. But then imagine you're always checking your place and not just sweeping. Some people sweep the middle of the house and forget under the chairs, all those places that things can actually hide. They forget about those ones. And then you never know what is hiding there,
Definitely.
So you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. We are talking about sanitation. Tell us how it is with you. Tell us how it is with your personal homes or your surrounding. Do you people still take it seriously? Do you as a community actually come out and then clean those places even without being supervised by these officials? What are you people actually doing about it? Do you just decide and say, today we are going to clear bushes? Is this family's turn to actually do something? You know how it is when people actually decide that they want to take care of things themselves. So how is it going in your area? Call in and share with us. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us know how it's going in your place. Hello? Okay, we cannot hear you. It's really quiet there. Maybe we position and then you can call us back again and tell us how it's going with sanitation in your area. Okay, so we have been mentioning these issues. There's also something about dumping. Okay, I mentioned that to you earlier, like when I was talking about something else. Dumping those refuse like in the middle of the road.
Yes.
Have you ever come across like areas like that, especially close to like market areas?
Yes.
Have you ever come across a place like that?
Yes, I have. Wadata.
Okay.
Across Wadata. A time I was going to the market to get stuff, and we almost had an accident because at the road you just see some people drop their refuge from their homes. They package it in the leather, these black leathers. They'll just put it on the road at night when no one is there, when people are not seen. So we came across it, and the person that was carrying me, he didn't see it at first. We initially had an accident because of that. So this kind of things like putting refuge on the road, because some people, if to put it in their houses and then wait for this sewage disposals, people to come and carry it. Sometimes they are not available, they don't come on time, and the time in which they are to come to carry it, they don't come, and the delay, so it will be in their houses and it will be smelling. So the process, they will just keep it at night when no one is there, they just carry it and come and fling it on the road.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello,
good morning.
yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling you from North Bank.
Welcome to the show, Emmanuel. Let's hear you. What do you have to say?
The issue of this refuse dumping, for me, I think this is one of the major causes of flooding that we are having these days. Because dumping refuse anywhere, it's the one that sometimes it blocks all the waterways. So where water used to pass, when it went and blocked, so immediately when the rain started, you see that we are having flood here.
Oh, okay. We lost that. But Emmanuel, you can still call back and tell us, what we were talking about. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Emmanuel was talking about sanitation causing flooding, this issue of flood when it starts raining and everything just becomes messy, like the whole dirt that people were stacking up somewhere, piling up and all of that just comes to the road. Now we'll still talk about the issue of when it comes to like rainy season, because that time we don't understand the weather these days, to be honest. We don't know if it's coming to rainy season. We don't know because God is the master planner when it comes to that one. But then should in case or cases of like when there is rain, you see people, there is this thing, I don't know if it's just where I live, where people will just take anything and then throw it on the road because it's raining. Like,
yes,
and the rain is supposed to wash it away. To where? To people's houses. I mean, there is a gutter. That's what it's for. But then people have filled up these gutters to the point where they cannot actually throw things in there because it will not move.
Yes.
And then even when it starts raining, instead of gutter actually, just clearing
Passing,
and then
yes.
pushing through some things, it's too full.
Yes, it's stuck.
blocked, and then the dirt, those things that have been littered will just start floating outside instead of actually, going the way they are put it to go. So you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and let us hear how it is with sanitation in your area, and how is it going. Do you people decide and come out and clear your area, clear your gutters, clear outside, just apart from inside your fence? What do you do? Call in and share with us. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. And Sanitarian Wilfred, who called earlier, I mean, if you're still listening to us, you can still call, and maybe if there's like a helpline for for people to call. You spoke about reporting issues like that. So if there's like a helpline, you can still call in and then help us get this. Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, my name is Kenneth. I'm calling from CBN quarters, opposite Scholarship Board, close to Apeako Stadium.
Welcome to the show, Kenneth. So how is it going with sanitation in your area?
Very excellent. We work as a community here, so we normally organize ourselves because the estate has a very good number of young men here. So we mobilize ourselves. We have a platform that we communicate. With 2 days to the time we're supposed to carry out the sanitation. We pass across on the platform. People, come out. We clean the environment, and most especially from the frontage. People come in, and because if you look at the street, if you know the street very well, the estate is quite a very long estate somehow. So we clear the outside one because there's a lot of bushes from the outside. So we clear them. And then we clear from inside. We don't just say, okay, yeah, here I'm just going to do it in my own corridor or my own environment or in my own vicinity. We do it generally. We do that often when we see the environment is quite dirty. So we mobilize in numbers. We come out. We suspend everything we're supposed to do at that day. We do it. We bring out foods, and sometimes when we're doing it, women who stay within the quarters will bring out food to give us water. People give money to trigger the boost our morale, so to speak.
Okay.
So we do that often. So when you come around here, and outside that, the keeping the environment safe, in terms of security, we mobilize ourselves at some point, sometimes in the night, to go around to check, because the people who knows better than we do, sometimes they don't allow you to sleep the way you're supposed to sleep.
Okay.
So we do that often. So if you come around within CBN quarters, it's one of the estate that looks somehow polished. We don't the issue of sanitation is something that we take it upon our head. We do it very well here.
Right.
So at some point we try to reach out to, we're having a challenge. We reach out to Sanitation Authority to give us a waste bin or a container, so to speak. So we did that on several occasions during the previous administration of Autumn. We did that. We tried. We couldn't see ahead. We're still pushing, if at all they can give us that, because collecting those waste, it's been challenging somehow, but we've been managing, trying to push them out. At some point, we used to have we get the commercial, mobile waste collectors. They normally drive in.
Yes.
They collect them from time to time. We pay money. We mobilize from those. Each household bring a particular amount of money. You put it in a very confined environment that they will come and pick from those designated places. This is how far we've been doing within the quarters here. So I urge anyone who is listening. I believe 2, 3, 4 million persons will be listening to this program. If at all of us, we're doing this, it's a good long way. And another message, within town,
Yes.
the habit of people throwing into gutters,
Yes.
it's not a good one per se, because during the raining seasons, these are most of the things that cause flooding in our houses, the blockages. Thank God today the administration is doing some of the gutters are wide and they're deep, but
Yes.
Yes.
it's not good enough for us to be dropping thing waste inside. We should have places that we gather the waste and then people come out to check.
Yes.
And the sanitation authorities should do more than checking houses. Let them not just be like, okay, we're just going out for pressure now. No, on your own, you can step out to monitor some of these places and see. And or if at all, the government can set up a task force. The task force can be up and doing 24 hours on the streets of Makodi, just the way Cross River did during Donald Duke
Okay.
in 1999 to 2007. People go around to see who are flinging those things, who are disposing improperly, and you be arrested, or you should be, you can be fined.
Yes.
Maybe you drop something, they fine you 1,000 to 5,000, like that. If it doesn't do that, then you face where you're supposed to face, and you look at the environment is going to actually be clean. So I want to commend you girls for this program. It's quite a nice one, and I don't know whether you can make it as everyday's program. I put to the
Okay.
management.
All right.
I have so much belief that King James is listening. So if you guys can make this in as a daily program, I think it's helped a long way. Your radio has been one of the radios that have actually been bringing educative and super programs that can actually impact lives. So it's
Thank
a good
you.
one. I commend you girls. You should keep it up.
Thank you,
so
sir.
much, Kenneth, for calling in
you.
to be part of the show. Now, these are stories that we like to hear.
Yes.
Or is that not?
It
He
is.
says at CBN quarters, right?
Yes.
And they are taking it upon themselves,
Yes.
not just allowing. Okay, there are no people here to check. And from what he says, if you look around, you discover that most people think that it's about doing it so that you will not get fined, doing it so that they would not hold you, responsible
Yes,
and all
yes.
of that. They're not thinking about this is for our own
Good,
safety,
yes.
like it's for our own health,
Yes.
and all of that. They are not actually thinking about it that way. Most people are just gonna let me go and park this there too before one of these officials will come
Man,
and
sack me like yes.
you
They're doing it
understand.
for money, yes.
Exactly.
Yes, what
They're
they
just doing
not
it for the
it.
show. Now, what you're doing for the show, like I mentioned about, maybe not checking some of these things, and then when maybe something happens, if a snake comes out, I keep mentioning snake because that's the
It's one part, yes.
yes,
I guess.
that's the should I say the example of the day of the week. Since we heard about that unfortunate story
Yes.
about a young girl.
I've been hearing it
Yes.
frequently.
Yes, about the story of a young girl who got bitten by snakes and then, leading to her demise. Now, a whole lot of people have a different narrative and all of that. But it's actually an eye-opener. I think that
Yes,
story,
it is.
apart from people taking it the way of, well, it's because people don't have venoms and all of that. Okay, true, they should actually work on that. But then, what we have to do to prevent it. Someone said prevention is better than cure.
Yes,
So
it is.
what we have to do on our own sides to make sure that a snake is not hiding. So if it's hiding, at least let's see it first before it sees us. And again, especially with the confusing weather,
Yes,
some
yes.
of these creatures are just out there running around looking for where to hide, or maybe where it's warmer or colder. I don't even know what they are looking for, but then they are out there.
Yes.
This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with.
Tortya Wandedoo Joyce.
And this morning we are talking about sanitation. How is sanitation going in your area? Is it still, taken seriously today in your homes, like where you live? Do you mobilize yourselves and then come out to do this general cleaning, making sure that your gutters are not stuck, clogged and leading to just stagnant water and then a lot of dirt? And when it comes to littering, there are some places that littering has become a normal thing and no one actually cares. So how is it going in your area? How is it going in your surroundings? Look around you and call in and let us hear how it's going with you. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. How is sanitation going in your area? Is it still taken seriously, today? Because I feel like, back then it was taken more seriously than now. So how is it going in your area? Is it still taken seriously? Okay, so Wando, let's talk about some of, the effects of not sanitizing, your area properly. And this is still also to, sanitarian Wilfred. You can still call in if you have a helpline that you feel people can reach out to when they have sanitation issues. You can call in and then share that with us so people know who to call or where to direct their calls to when some of these issues come up, without maybe necessarily having to locate the office. But you can still locate the offices and then report that if, you don't have a helpline. So I wonder, can you share some of the effects of, not sanitizing your area and all of that, not taking sanitation seriously?
Yes, I can. Well, some of the effect is cholera. If you go to some villages, they don't take care of their water. Like they go to the stream, they fetch water, any water, they drink it without taking putting something inside, like treating it before drinking.
Okay.
So it causes cholera. It even causes polio.
Okay.
And it give malaria. When you don't sanitize your environment.
Those dirty environment that attracts mosquitoes.
Yes, these gutters, you don't clean it, so it attracts mosquitoes. It brings this feminine mosquito that gives malaria. So if you don't take care of your environment very well, it causes these things. Some even your toilet. If you don't take care of your toilet, if you don't dispose your waste very well where you're supposed to be and where you're supposed to dispose them, when you don't use pit toilet and they don't take care of it very well, they don't maintain it,
yes, and
they don't clean it,
yes,
so they causes illness, diseases, and whereby it now lead to death, lead to someone demise.
Yes, okay. And I think earlier I think that was Emmanuel. He started. Emmanuel, you can still call us back, and anyone else can call us back and let us hear what you have to say about sanitation. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. And like I was saying, Emmanuel mentioned flooding.
Yes.
This issue of flooding, and it will not even be. They are stacking up debt, in the wrong places, littering and all of that, and then just trying to cover up for it, but in the messiest ways ever, which is one of the things that leads to flooding, according to blocked gutters and drains, causing the water to overflow, and then before you know it, it's at your doorstep. How much longer are you going to wait until that water gets to your doorstep? Maybe you're looking at your neighbors, well, it's not in my door yet. So how much longer would it take for that water to actually get to your doorstep before you people as a community? That is why I would still like to mention Kenneth earlier from CBN quarters. I really like the job they are doing there. They are taking things into their hands, they're taking matters into their hands, and that is what we love to see, because it's for your own sake, right?
Yes.
No one is going to flog you. Okay, maybe those officials are not there for now, but we believe that, like I said, we believe that the government has our best, our best interest at heart, and they are definitely going to do something about that. But in the meantime, it's for your own sake. So what are you doing? Is your life someone else's life to take care of? It's for your own sake, right?
Yes.
And again, also, unpleasant odors and all of that,
environmental hazard,
food communication, and I would still emphasize on these rodents and snakes hazards, because that's the most recent one. And after that story of that young lady's demise, many people started coming up with, I was just doing this, I just decided to check my house, and then I saw a snake, and a whole lot of different theories and all of it. You should have checked.
It even got me scared. I was like, what if I'm sleeping in the middle of the night and a snake just bite me? What will I do?
So it
was so scary
to check. I mean, sometimes some things are unavoidable, but then you have to make intentional effort, like deliberate effort, to actually make sure that you're preventing some kind of things from happening, because if you're checking, then it's not growing. It's not growing silently. Maybe the snake is getting bigger. The time you should have discovered it and taking it out, then you're just waiting. You're sweeping the middle of your compound and then leaving the sides living under your chair. That's where the rodents or something like that.
Sometimes even to clear, some people just leave their environment dirty. They cannot, they can't weed, and they can't clear it. They can't call someone to come and do it and pay them. They'll just leave it as if no one is existing there. But there are people there. But for them to do it for their own good, they are so reluctant. They feel tired. Like it's not important. Like they don't take it as a priority. And sometimes it even lead to their death, their demise. So these things is very important for us to take our health. Our health is very important. So when we neglect it, you see the consequences: snake biting someone and leading to death. Life, we just have one life to live. So her life has been taken just because of carelessness.
Okay, we cannot exactly maybe say that because we don't know what the case is. But for some people, like you can check, and all of that. And also when we talk about the effects, there's this thing about people just burning dirt in gutters and then polluting the air. I mean, people have different illnesses and they are not supposed to inhale certain intake and then inhalation of toxic substance and all of those things that comes from burning all this dirt in gutters or just on the road, polluting the environment. Is harmful for health. It's not good. And people should actually even avoid burning things in gutters as well. That's also one of, because like I mentioned, the effect when people inhale and then get sick. And also it even affects when it comes to like economic effects too, because disease outbreaks and then poor sanitation can lead to medical costs, lost work days, and reduced productivity. And someone out there will be opening their mouth like just sanitation that will be leading to all these things, but you never know. Just small by small, 1%, 2%, and all of that. It's a whole load of people who are ill because one thing is, and the next thing, we are creating a new illness that we don't even know about, and we start looking for the name. You get. This is the Speed Lane on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And I'm with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Wandedoo Joyce.
And this morning we are talking about sanitation. Is sanitation still taken seriously today? How is it like in your area? How is it like where you stay? In your homes, like in your personal spaces? How is it like? Call in and tell us what you are actively doing, you as a person, you as a family, as a community. What are you people actually actively doing to ensure that you're in a clean and safe environment? You can call in quickly and share before we go. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Okay, so Wando, going forward, what would you say people should actually do, to not be victims of, all these consequences and then effects that we have mentioned?
Well, sanitation brings growth. When you sanitize your environment, make it clean. It makes people to come close to you, and it even bring you opportunities, good opportunities. Yes, when they in a community decide come together, work together, become productive. Keep their surrounding clean. They abstain from all this unnecessary disease, infection. Yes, they become healthy and they can do any work. Like they can be productive. They have the chance to work anywhere they want to, and people coming close to them, bringing opportunities to them.
Okay, so, all right. You're done with that?
Yes.
Okay, so at the end of the day, citizens have a part to actually play in the in all this sanitation issue, because we might have that issue of there are not enough staff to actually see it through, but you don't need someone to come beg you, to come coerce you to actually take care of your environment and then take care of our own health. I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad. And we are not looking at the environment as us, and we are destroying things. You see people trash things in the gutters, even newly constructed gutters. Like someone mentioned that there are gutters. That's actually a step forward, from the government to actually make this whole issue better. There are newly constructed gutters, and people still trash in those gutters.
Yes, they
and
still
then come
do.
out and complain, well, we don't have, this gutter is bad. Who made it bad? It is us who are making it bad, and it's still us who are complaining. So all these things are actually not good, and we shouldn't forget that there was a public order that was given by the state government how we should tidy our environment and avoid planting outside our homes. So were you aware of that? There was like a public order like that. Okay, so at this point, we have come to the end of the show, and we have been talking about sanitation today, and I've been with you on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Tortya Joyce.
And also, do not go anywhere, because coming up next at 10 a.m. is King James 90s Top 10, right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And as you go about the rest of your day, don't forget to remember, prevention is better than cure.
This is
Asking Radio 98.5 FM.
Do you have a